Hi guys, this is Brett from crowdedbrain.co.uk. Today I'm just going to do a quick overview of the Viewsonic VG2401mh, which is an LCD 24-inch gaming monitor. I'm actually viewing, or I should say videoing this monitor in this state because even though it's only 24 inches, it is actually quite a large monitor because of the actual stand that you get with it, which has the ability to raise and lower the screen. So I just do that, so you can see it can raise and lower the screen, and it can also rotate into a portrait fashion. Now obviously from a gaming point of view, the portrait option isn't really that needed, because obviously I don't, for example, know of any games that would take advantage of that, but from a desktop point of view it's a really useful feature. And as you can see, because I've got the Xbox One connected to the screen, it's an ideal place, the base is, to put your Kinect sensor. So there's a lot of space at the bottom, and as you can see that's right now down flat, and it doesn't touch the Kinect sensor either, but it's great to have that kind of adjustment. You can just make out at the back, you've got the ability to raise and lower it. Now you might be able to make out as well that, if I just zoom in here, you've got a kind of a small bezel around the screen, and the actual screen itself is offset slightly. Just going to see if you can actually make that out. You've got a kind of couple of mil actually, and the actual screen is offset at the back. This really does help when you're actually viewing the screen in basically pretty bright conditions. Obviously today when I'm videoing it is overcast, but it definitely helps with the, and basically enhances the anti-glare coating that's already on the screen. I have no problems whatsoever in terms of viewing this screen in really bright conditions, so that kind of side of things is perfect. You've obviously got at the bottom, you've got your controls which are touch sensitive. These are the actual choices you've actually got from it. So if I just push that down, the touch sensitivities, takes a little bit of time to get used to in order to see how much pressure you need to apply on the options. But as you can see, I'm just doing a light touch, and the options are moving up and down. So we start at the top. Obviously you've got the standard contrast and brightness, and I've got, as you can see, I've actually got the contrast and brightness set quite low, because this screen does pump out quite a lot of brightness, which is in some ways is ideal for the gaming side of things because it showcases more detail. You've obviously got your input select, and in total you've got obviously a DVI, 2 HDMI ports and a display port. Press the 1 button to go back. You've got audio adjustment. The only downside I think from the audio side of things is there's no kind of shortcut button in order to adjust the volume quickly. Just go back, go down to colour adjustment. So you've got standard sRGB, you've got bluish, cool, native, warm and user colour. So you've got manual image adjust options. So aspect ratio, you've got dynamic contrast ratio. That's actually quite useful actually. That definitely does make a good bit of difference actually. Definitely boosts the contrast levels. Eco modes. So you got standard, optimize and conserve. We'll just go back out here. And you've got this blue light filter as well. So the blue light filter option obviously is designed to filter out the blue light, which is normally harmful for the eyes in terms of it creates more eye fatigue. And though it sounds like a load of hocus pocus, it actually does work, and it definitely allows you to kind of work or game a bit longer without your eyes getting dried out. So the other thing you've got as well is a response time. So you can just go from standard to ultra fast. And finally you've got your setup menu. So that's just a few options there. And the last option is just a memory recall option. So that just puts it back to factory defaults. So if I can just pan out here as well, the actual screen does look pretty good, and I do like that ability to raise and lower the screen. Now if I just tilt this slightly, I'll just move the keyboard out of the way. Now just put the flash on here so you can actually see this. At the actual side of the left side of the screen, you've got your inputs here. You've got your line-in connection, and you've also got your headphone port. Obviously you've got your audio out, so you can plug either your headphones in or your basically an external set of speakers. You've got your line-in, so that obviously goes from there into the sound card. You've got 2-port USB 3 hub, and that's the cable that goes from here into your computer's USB 3 port to power it. So with that, obviously, as you can see here at the moment, I've got an iPhone cable in because it will charge the iOS devices, which is really cool. Just plug that back in here. So this is the back of the actual Viewsonic. Hopefully we'll be able to make this out. Like I said, the light conditions are pretty rubbish today. But you can just see here the actual main stand is actually connected with 4 screws. Now obviously you can remove those, and then you've got access to the VESA mount. So in other words, you can actually put this on the wall. You may just make it out just there. You might just be able to make out you've also got a Kensington lock. Obviously I've showed you the actual side connections. Now hopefully I can just basically get underneath. You can just make out you've got 2 HDMI connections, and you've got your DVI-D, and you've also got a display port. So you've got 2 HDMI, DVI-D, and your display port. And on the other side you've essentially got your basically mains connector, which thankfully plugs straight into the underside and doesn't need or require an external power pack. Looking at it from a top down point of view, that's the actual thickness of it. And from here, so obviously it's not the thinnest of screens, but obviously it's designed really to accommodate that stand system. So there we go, really. That's the obviously an overview of the Viewsonic VG2401mh LCD monitor. Hopefully, like I said, you've got something out of that. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more reviews, news and features from creativebrain.co.uk. Thank you.